Hello, good day everyone. Welcome back to another episode. I am Trexie Fam Sogabo and we will explore today the social theories in education. These are the consensus theory by Emile Durkheim, conflict theory by Karl Marx, structural functionalism by Talcott Parsons, and interactionist theory by the symbolic interactionism. So, social theories in education. So, these are the different ways to look at school, like using different glasses to see the same thing. They help us figure out why schools are here, how they run, and who gets help from them. No single theory tells us the whole story. Each look at different things and messes some too. Now, we will explore to the first social theory in education, which is the consensus theory by Emile Durkheim. This theory says society is like a machine. All parts like family, school, and workplace connect and work together to keep things stable. It focuses on shared values everyone agrees on. Education's big job is to bring people together and keep society running smoothly. Like for example, in the Philippines, school teach the Panatang Makabayan or patriotic oath and celebrate national holidays like Independence Day. By doing this, schools help students learn and share the same love for their country, uniting them as one community. So the consensus theory. So schools aren't just for teaching math or reading. They're here to keep society steady and connected. They teach kids the common values, rules, and beliefs that everyone in the community shares. This is called the collective conscience. Durkheim believed that schools teach rules, discipline, and moral values. Schools show how to act properly, like following class schedules, treating others well, and knowing right from wrong. And also prepare students to become responsible members of society. They get ready kids to their part in the community, like holding a job or helping others. Now, the role of the teacher. So, model social accepted behavior. So, teachers act as example of how to behave well in society. Reinforce norms like discipline and respect. They make sure students follow rules that keep things orderly and kind. Help students internalize societal values through lessons and interactions. They keep kids truly understand and adapt the values their community shares, both in class and daily. This theory makes clear why school focuses on much on rules, discipline, and being a good citizen. It shows education isn't just about grades. It's all about bringing people together and giving everyone a shared goal. Now, we will explore to the second social theories in education, which is the conflict theory by Karl Marx. Schools aren't fair to everyone. They don't give equal chance to all. Instead, they help people who already have money and power, the elite one, while making it harder for poor people to get ahead. Society is split into groups that compete and education keeps the inequality going instead of fixing it. Let's say for an example, in Iloilo City, some private schools have better facilities like modern labs, library, and sports courts and can afford highly trained teachers, but their fees are very expensive. Most poor families can only send their kids to public school which often lack resources. This means elite kids get better preparation for top university and high-paid jobs, while poor kids face more hurdles, so the gap between rich and poor stays big. Karl Marx believed society is divided into two groups, those with power and wealth, and those without. People who earn little money, work in low-wage jobs, or have no say in big decisions. They train students to follow rules and fit in with how society works, prepare poor students for low-paying jobs. Students from less well-off family often get to school with fewer resources. Help rich students stay rich. Wealthy kids go to the well-funded school. So, rule of the teacher often unknowingly reinforce inequalities. Teachers don't mean to make gaps bigger, but the system they work in has uneven support for different students. Teachers go by rules set by people with money and influence, which shape how school run, who gets extra support, and what's expected of students. So the strength of this theory is it exposes inequality in education. It shows clearly that not all students get the same chance in school, show that education is tied to power. Now, we will move on to the third social theories in education, which is the structural functionalism by Talcott Parsons. Society is like a big machine with different parts, family, school, government, and jobs, that all works together to keep things running smoothly. School act as a bridge between home and the rest of the world. They teach kids the skills and values they need to fit in, and sort people into different jobs based on how hard they work and what they're good at. Like for example, bridge between family and society. At home, a kid might be followed to play freely, but at school, they learn to follow schedules, work with others, and respect authority, skills they'll need for work or community life later. This way, society gets people in the rules that best matches their abilities, keeping things running well. Parsons believed education teachers shared values. School passed on values that matters to society. Reward students based on merit. Success should come from how capable you are and how hard you work, not from who your family is. School help matches people to careers based on their skills and effort. Rules of the teacher. So teachers are fair judge who treat every student the same way. Apply the same academic standards to all students. They use the same rules and expectation for every kid. Reward achievement through grades, praise, and academic credentials. This theory makes sense of why school uses test grades and competition. It explains why school rely on this like standard test grades, rankings, and competitive system. Now, here's the last social theory in education, which is the Interactionist Theory by the symbolic interactionism. This theory looks at the small, day-to-day interaction between teachers and students, not just textbooks or school rules. How teachers talk to kids, treat them, and even label them like smart or troublemakers. Learning depends a lot on this daily behavior and expectation. So let's say, for example, how teachers speak or act send messages. A teacher patiently help a student struggling with English might make the student feel capable and want to try harder. If a teacher gets frustrated and harsh them, the student might feel bad and give up. Praise discipline shapes self-view. The interactionist theory focuses on classroom behavior and interaction. Look at what school and student do and say to each other during class time. Labels given to students, teacher may describe student in certain ways, on purpose or not. And these labels stick with them. What teachers think students can do affects how well students actually do. Students often become how they're treated. A self-fulfilling prophecy. Rule of the teacher. So teachers have a big impact on students because they interact with them every day and communicate expectation through words, tone, facial expression, and action. How teachers talk and act tells students what they think and kids can do. Shape students' self-concept and academic identity. They help students figure out who they are as learners. Can either motivate students to succeed or damage confidence and engagement. It explains real classroom experience. It matches what actually happens day to day in school. Show how small actions affect learning. Even little things teachers do make difference. Overall, social theories in education offer distinct way to understand school and the rules in society. Durkheim consensus theory highlights how education unites community by teaching shared values and discipline. Marx conflict theory reveals how school can reinforce inequality as wealthy families access better resources while low-income students face barriers. Parsons' structural functionalism explains how school sort students into rules based on merit using grades and tests to prepare them for future jobs. Finally, symbolic interactionism focuses on daily classroom interaction, showing how teachers' words, labels, and expectation shape students' self-view and performance. Together, this theory demonstrates that education is both a tool for unity and opportunity, as well as a reflection of societal dynamics and individual relationship. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something today. Comment your insights below. See you to the next one. Bye-bye!